What does freedom mean to you? Does it mean the freedom to choose? The freedom to have a family and raise your kids according to your own values? What about living a wild, adventurous life, experimenting with music, relationships, or art? What does freedom really mean? What if freedom meant something that only a few Americans still understood? What if it meant that your choices and your values were set by you, rather than by some politician in a far-off capital? Some people think we're only free to choose to live exactly how they live, by their moral code, or their narrow worldviews. But if liberty means anything, it means that you, and you alone, have the power to exercise your rights to which the laws of nature and nature's God granted you. It's time to put these principles back into action. It's time to restore the American dream, activate in our communities, and take our country back. It's time to wake up, America. Good morning, happy Friday. I'm Austin Peterson. You're watching and listening to the Wake Up America show at wakeupAmericaShow.com. It's time to rise in freedom. First off, it's Family Friday. Say hello and give a warm welcome to my new Friday co-host, Stephanie Peterson.
So excited to be here.
Nice to see you, Stephanie. All right, let me set up the show and then we'll talk. It's Twittergate 3. That's right. More drops from Elon Musk and journalist Barry Weiss. Over the evening last night, we learned more about Twitter's policy of shadow banning people like me. We'll talk about that at the top of the show. And then at 7:18 this morning, Stephanie and I are going to talk about sad fishing. Posting online how sad you are in order to get attention, in order to get likes, in order to get clout. Sad fishing online.
It triggers me very much.
Yes. Maybe you, a friend you know.
somebody you know posts online about how sad they are?
Not naming names.
Sad fishing. Talk about that at 7:18 this morning, and at 7:35 it's Family Friday. We're going to speak to Justin Peterson. P's and P's and P's and P's. All SENs. Then at 8 o'clock this morning, the best of. We're going to talk about the biggest breakthroughs of 2022. Some big scientific breakthroughs.
Really interesting.
Yeah. You want to give them a little sneak preview of what you were reading last night, what we're going to talk about later?
I was learning about how dead animals can be revived with medication. Like dead pigs, their hearts will stop and then start again.
Yeah.
That is crazy stuff.
Yeah, creepy stuff. Just going to give her some
emotional damage.
We'll talk about that today starting at 8 a.m. And then at 8:35 today, are you excited, Stephanie?
I'm excited and a little nervous.
You know what we're going to do today? We're going to do a little gift exchange, a little Christmas gift exchange. Yeah, we're going to do a little Christmas gift exchange today.
Maybe everyone can guess what it is. What are we giving each other?
Oh, you guys want to play a little game today? Say, make a little guess. What do you think it is that Stephanie and I are going to get for each other?
Is it lingerie?
Ooh, that would be awesome. I wouldn't mind if you give me a gift of your own sexy
Banana
underwear.
hammock?
If you want to send us a text this morning, you can at 573-319-1586. That's 573-319-1586. One listener texted in on Wednesday, says, asked if do they have a good address for sending perishables like cookies? Yes, that's,
To us?
yes.
Oh, we love cookies.
Yes, send us some cookies without any poison. That would be nice.
Preferably sugar-free, calorie-free.
No, please
gluten-free.
don't listen to her. No, we like all the sugar in the cookies. It's Christmas season. We are happy to have you here on the show today. Again, you can text us 573-319-1586, and you can do that for free. If you'd like to support the show, you can send us a super chat today, and super chats do get read into the show as well. And that's another great way to help support the program for however much you'd like to do. So
Absolutely. And then everybody can see your comment because it's up there in color and bold print.
yeah. So if somebody was asking if I feel better today, just slightly, just a little bit.
Asking him that too. Like every few hours, I'm like, "Are you feeling better?"
Yeah, I went to the doctor, and I got some steroids, and I'm on roids right now. Yeah.
Look at powerlifting, gaining so much muscle. I love feeling his arms.
I know. And so whenever, like, when I first started him, Steffi was like,
2 hours later.
"How are you feeling any better?
2 hours later.
Are you feeling any better?" All right.
I really wanted to do the show.
I know.
That's really what my motive was.
I want to do the show too because I'm so excited because we've gotten so many awesome donations. So many people have kicked in to support the show that we've been able to do these awesome studio upgrades, which we haven't really talked about. But I think it'd be kind of fun later on the show during the 8 o'clock hour to have a little bit of fun and kind of talk people through all the awesome new studio upgrades that we've made. We've been able to invest in because we've had, the camera that you're looking at Steffi on right now, we were able to purchase. Edie Vogel made a generous donation. Our friends Lila and Lori Rosberg. We've got monthly supporters and things like that. So we've been able to really upgrade the studio and much better microphones, for example, that pick up our voices, get rid of the echo because we're in a big loud bar. Anyways,
That's right.
everybody's tuning in to hear the news. So should we talk about the news, Stephanie?
I think so. Is that what you all want to hear?
Yeah, well, I think that's what they want to hear. It is Family Friday, though, so you will hear a lot of personal stuff today. My brother will be joining us a little bit later. All right, the Twitter files.
Secrets.
Twitter's secret blacklists. It was revealed last night by journalist Barry Weiss from a new investigation that teams of Twitter employees build blacklists. They prevent disfavored tweets from trending, and they actively limit the visibility of entire accounts or even trending topics, all in secret without informing users. Twitter once had a mission to give everyone the power to create and share ideas and information instantly without barriers. That was the quote. Along the way, barriers were nevertheless erected. One of the major accounts that was prevented from trending was and was put on the blacklist was this Dr. Jay Bhattacharya. He was the guy who was like the first doctor that came out and argued that COVID lockdowns would harm kids.
Yes, which they did harm kids.
Yeah, and
Kids are struggling socially and they didn't do very well learning online. Kids need that hands-on type of environment.
I was watching a video yesterday that was talking about some of the developmental problems that these kids have had, and one of them was, oh, excuse me for just a second, I'm still a little sick here. There we go, I'm back.
Are you feeling better now?
Well, I've at least
Just
cleared
kidding.
whatever it was that was there. So, um, w- a lot of one of the biggest problems these kids had is that when you're like 3 or 4 or 5 years old and you're masking up these kids, is that the kids start to like the mask like it's like a security blanket for them.
Yeah.
So when the pandemic ended and the kids weren't wearing the masks anymore, it was traumatizing the children to take away their masks. I mean, can you imagine?
That definitely makes sense. I know with social anxiety, I mean, I have social anxiety myself, and when you wear a mask, it hides those facial expressions. And some people, when they're nervous, they might put their lips together or stick their tongue out. And so, with a mask on, that protects you. That hides a lot of those facial expressions that you don't want people to see. So, I can absolutely understand unmasking is taking away that facade that you were able to put up.
If you're just tuning into the Wake Up America show with Austin Peterson, we are live right now. You can send us a text for free at 573-319-1586. Alternatively, if you'd like to have your chat read on air, you can do us a super chat and we'll get to your super chats as soon as we can. It's a little tough sometimes. I'm trying to get better at managing all of these tasks and tools, but there's a lot going on, as you can see over here, Stephanie. It's kind of
Absolutely.
like
I tell him every day, I don't know how he does it. I
mm,
really don't.
yeah, it's a lot of work, but I'm getting better at it every day. So again, send us a text 573-319-1586, and we'd love to hear from you. um
I think you're doing a good job.
Thank you very much. I try to ask my guy friends how they're feeling very often, says Camellia, when they're sick, because most of them don't like that. LOL. Yeah, there is something about that that is kind of
Well,
annoying, right?
here's the thing. Some guys, when they get sick, they love to be pampered. They love to be taken care of.
I'll admit that I do kind of like it,
Mhm.
but like not like when I'm sort of like being like hectored about it or something like that. It's kind of
Right.
like, just, make me some soup and some cookies and everything like gets better. Chris
That's
Morrill
right.
over there asking the real questions. Do the paid subscribers get a refund when you take a day off asking for a friend? No refunds, not for Chris Morrill.
In the fine print,
Yeah.
may take a day off.
Yeah, a lot of ticket deaths. I usually will do a best of show whenever I'm gone.
Right. We still give content to you
Yeah,
all.
we still produce content, and I produce on average, and this is a minimum of 15 hours of content a week.
That's a lot of
15
content.
hours of content. So 2 hours in the morning show, 1 hour of the radio show in the afternoon, and then I cut clips.
Wow.
So it's usually more than 15 hours.
Right.
You sure you
That's
want a refund?
that's more than a full-time job
Yeah, for sure.
with all the hours added up.
Absolutely. All right, so let's continue on for our big story today. So Jay Bhattacharya, he was the guy who said that COVID was going to harm children. Dan Bongino, he's the talk show host who comes on right before me in the afternoon radio
Oh,
show.
cool.
He was slapped with a search blacklist, and a lot of people have said that this is something that I'm on in YouTube as well as Instagram.
Mhm.
So if you try and find me on Instagram, you have to type out my name in full, in total, in order to find me.
Oh, that's
S-
really interesting. I have been noticing when I type in your handle, I don't know if it's on Twitter or Instagram, but I can't find it.
Yeah.
And I have to go through a ton of other usernames first. And I'm like, what? You're like my top person. Why can't I
Yeah,
find you?
exactly. It's like, if you type in AP4, you would think, okay, well, how many other
Yes.
AP4s are there? Not many, especially not many that are blue check verified. But
Right.
they shadow. This is kind of like a shadow ban, where it's called a search ban. And so, in order to find me on YouTube, you have to type in the full name in order for it to pop up. And it's the same with
Mhm.
Instagram. Try it right now. Go over to Instagram, type in AP for Liberty, and if you're not following me over there, what the heck?
Yeah, I'm pretty
You
sure
should do it.
it's on Twitter where when
Twitter
I
too.
search for you,
Hmm.
here, let me type in AP4. Oh, okay. You did come up here. All right, you did come up on my Twitter.
Dustin over in the live stream says, if I remember, means Shadowbanned. He told Congress they didn't do that. Yeah, I'm not sure who was it. Mark Zuckerberg that said that. I know Jack Dorsey said that they don't do that.
You know what the funny thing is? I don't have the article in front of me. Maybe you know what the word is. but they don't call it shadow banning. They call it something else.
Oh yeah, so that was last night. What they had determined
Yes.
was that no, oh, that lawyer VJ Gotti, she had lied about them saying, so, oh, we don't shadow banning. They
Right.
call it like what was the word for it? It's like 2 words or something like that. Like
Got it.
visibility filtering.
Right.
Yeah.
Visibility filtering. I think
Visibility
that sounds right.
filtering is what they call it, right? Twitter denied it
Yes.
does such things. In
So they
20
technically aren't lying.
Yeah, Twitter's VJ Gotti said we do not shadow ban. They added, and we certainly don't shadow ban based on political viewpoints or ideology.
Oh.
Bull.
For you then.
Huh?
What is it about for you then? Why are they shadow banning you? Or
Why?
visibility, whatever they're doing.
Why do you think that they're? You mean, are you asking me
It's not for
specifically?
political reasons.
Oh, of
What's
course.
it for then?
Oh yeah, absolutely. You know, libs of TikTok and all of that, like they absolutely do. Anna Marie over in the live stream this morning says she noticed that for me on YouTube and Instagram that yeah, that if you try and type my name in, that you have to type in the exact full name in order for it to pop up. There, yeah, and I mean this has been going on with me for years. And the conversation that started just last night. Oh yeah, we were right. Visibility filtering. That's what they call it. Yeah.
Your recall is top notch.
Yeah, sometimes I forget things. Now the conversation though, Stephanie, and you probably remember this because you were like my number one volunteer for the Senate campaign.
Yes.
You remember that the week of the primary, I was suspended on Twitter. Do you
Yeah.
remember this?
I know you were suspended a couple times, so I don't remember the timing exactly.
Well, I got full-blown 30-day bans on Facebook, and that was
Yes.
for giving away guns. And it was funny because they actually they found that I didn't violate the terms of service by
Yeah.
raffling off guns online because I was the language that they had was selling firearms, but I wasn't selling anything.
Oh, you're giving them away.
I was giving them away, and so Facebook actually changed their terms of service after they banned me to add that. So I'm sorry for all the people who were running for office later who wanted to give away guns on Facebook. I'm the one who spoiled it for all
You
of us.
changed history.
Yeah, I know. I feel like that's there's a little. Oh, I'll get it back. A little pat on the back there. But on Twitter, they suspended me the week of the primary, and it was because I had posted. So you know how Twitter gives you the little GIFs that you can use. So like, all I did was post a GIF that Twitter gives you to use.
Right.
And so what they did was they suspended me the week of the primary for using a GIF of Joseph Stalin,
Yes.
where he goes off to Gulag.
I know that one well.
And they considered that a credible threat of violence. If it's a credible threat of violence, why does Twitter give you that GIF to use? There wasn't even any attached like thing. I wasn't like, I'm going to send you to the Gulag. It wasn't like I had not threatened violence at all. It was just the Twitter GIF.
Exactly. Just the GIF being there. It's like this tempting fruit in the Garden of Eden. Pick me, but you can't.
Exactly. Elizabeth Press has it nailed over there. She says election interference. You damn right that's election interference.
That's right.
They had claimed all this time about Russian election interference, when in reality, big tech was running election interference on behalf of Joe Biden and of the Democrats and the Democratic National Convention. All right, so we've got to go to a commercial break. Stephanie, that was a good first segment.
It was. Did you all enjoy it?
I think they liked it. We're going to go to a commercial break, but Stephanie, our next topic, sad fishing. Are you excited for this?
I'm very happy for this topic.
Yes, sad fishing. We'll call it sad fishing. We're going to go sad fishing. Oh, hook, line, and sinker. We'll be back with more on the Wake Up America Show on Family Friday on the wakeupAmericaShow.com.
I like shooting things, but whenever I can't shoot something, I like to cut things. My life isn't all about shooting and stabbing and cutting, though. Sometimes I have to do actual work, but when I work, I still like to have fun. And there's nothing less fun than trying to cut with a crappy knife. Thankfully, from the ancient sect of Christian knights, who also loved cutting and stabbing, comes a new implement that has received my personal blessing, the Templar knife. Like the ancient sword of Excalibur, you don't choose a Templar knife, it chooses you. You just decide what kind you want on the website first, however, and then order it online, and then it chooses you. The Templar knife comes in a variety of shapes. As a man of culture and taste, I have decided I will never use a terrible knife again. And thanks to the inspiration provided by this excellent product, I have decided to launch a new crusade against anyone using less than superior knives. Join me, brothers and sisters, by visiting uppercuttactical.com/pages/Templar-knives. That's a lot of slashes. For that, you'll need a Templar knife. For 10% off, use code AP for Liberty and join me in a quest for glory, for liberty, for Christendom, for the Templar knife. Get yours today. Fire.
Your printing company stinks. They charge you too much money and they don't love America enough. We've got the solution. Patriot Printing USA. Whether you're running for office, saving souls, or just need business cards that will get you the new job you've been looking for, Patriot Printing USA has got you covered with the best prices around. Palm cards, brochures, bumper stickers, door hangers, you name it, we've got it. PatriotPrintingUSA.com. That's PatriotPrintingUSA.com.
Want an engaging website to boost your business? You're just a click away from 5-star Fiverr talent. Hundreds of freelancer skills like web design. Head to Fiverr.com today and get something started.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
I would remind you that extremism in the defense of liberty is no vice.
It is better to settle these matters in the courts than on the streets, and new laws are needed at every level. But law alone cannot make men see right.
Good morning, it's 7:22. It's time to rise in freedom. I'm Austin Peterson. You're watching and listening to the Wake Up America show at wakeupamericashow.com. It's Family Friday, so we've got my beautiful, smoking hot, redheaded libertarian wife, Stephanie Peterson, in the house. How you doing, Steffi?
Doing lovely. How are you?
All right, you've been excited to talk about this topic since like a week ago, haven't you?
Yeah, when you first brought it up, I was like, oh, this makes me so mad and gets under my skin whenever people do this.
All righty, well, we're going to talk about it right now. Psychologists have started to examine why people engage in sad fishing on the internet. Do you want to kind of explain this phenomenon for our listeners, Stephanie?
Absolutely. All right. So, sad fishing, let's break it down. It's literally fishing for sympathy by posting sad images or posts. And so that's basically what it is. It's just people posting photos of themselves like crying or just writing like, "Oh my god, dot dot dot," with a sad face.
Yeah, they post like their woe is me, or they're all, they're online, they're always posting about like their troubles and their
Yes,
problems
they're
and
being
things like that.
overly dramatic and what they want is comments.
They want attention. Yes, and we know a lot of people like this on our timeline that we
We
see
do.
on like on a daily basis. It's always like, it's always woe is me. It's all what, and the funny thing is too is that with some of these people is there it really is just TMI, right? It's just like
It is.
you and I are, I would say, are very sensitive people, right? In terms
Yes.
of emotional
We have
sensitivity.
feelings. We
Yeah,
have our own
Well,
problems.
yeah, but like, we're not like, cold, uncaring, individuals, right? We when our friends or family members are in trouble or need help or things like that, we're the kind of people that, you should feel free to reach out to us and things like that. But there
Absolutely.
becomes a point when what you're doing is you are oversharing. You're sharing to the entire world all of your woes and I don't want to be accused of being heartless or cruel or callous here. Maybe I will be anyway, but it doesn't matter. But the thing is that at some point it's kind of like it's too much. It's you're posting way too much about your problems. You need to keep that kind of stuff like not to yourself, but you need to keep that within your family or your circle of friends or things like that, and not be posting it out for everybody to see.
Right. So I do have some tips here
Let's hear about it
for,
because you are a therapist.
yeah. So for the people who do sad fish, write in a journal. See if you can first just get your thoughts out in a journal.
Hmm.
And if you still feel compelled to get other people's opinions, be clear about that online rather than being more secretive and manipulative about it.
Where it's kind of like sad fishing, but it's like vague posting at the same time.
Right, right. If you really need help or you really need prayers,
Hmm.
ask for it. Say, you
Yeah,
know what? I'm feeling really low right now. Like,
and that's
honestly,
fine. People do that. Matt Unruh was doing that like yesterday, I think, or something like that, and that's totally fine.
yeah. And honestly, when my mom had cancer during your campaign, I know I had talked to you on the phone because you were doing a fundraising call. And I said, I want to tell you, my mom has cancer.
Hmm.
This is really getting me down. And I remember on a stream that night, you told everyone my mom had cancer and to send her good wishes and all that. And that was so
Hmm.
uplifting. I can't even tell you how much that affected us positively.
Yeah.
And it's okay to ask for things like that.
Tolly Owens says that there are some things meant for your close circle. I agree. Chris Morrill says, just say, hey, I have a gun you can borrow, and that usually shuts them up.
Oh, no, 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 no. As a therapist, we don't want to do that because here's the thing. These people, they are struggling. They
Mhm.
really are. They may have self-esteem
Sometimes,
issues. They may have
sometimes.
depression.
But part of it is like, one of the things is it's kind of like the boy who cried wolf kind of a
Mhm.
thing. When you do it all the time, like people start to take you less seriously.
They do. And that's where bullying comes in because
Right.
a lot of teens do it.
Hmm.
And that actually brings bullies to their posts,
Yeah.
writing more negative comments, actually giving them responses they
Making it
don't want to
worse.
see.
Yeah.
And it also attracts groomers.
Mm.
Talking about groomers in our
Yeah,
society,
we are going to get to that.
adult men
Hmm.
or women will come to these posts of kids and be like, "Hey, I'm an adult mentor. Talk to me. I can help you through this."
Yeah, for sure. I was reading this in a Wall Street Journal article from 2019, so this has been picking up over the last several years. But they say that influencers have used the word anxiety 3 times more so far this year than they did in all of 2016.
Yes.
So it's been on the upswing, and more than 6 million posts on Instagram reference hashtag mental health awareness.
Yeah, they get
Um,
7 to 10 times more engagement on posts about mental health. These
Yes, that
influencers
was
do.
another thing that we found later is that influencers see an increase of 7 to 10 times the level of engagement when posting about mental health issues than they do with more mundane posts. As a result, some are accused of what is known as, quote, sad fishing, in which people exaggerate their issues for personal gain. But it's kind of like one of the things is that we have this friend of ours who posts online whenever she gets attacked, right? So like whenever somebody says anything unkind about her, she posts about it and then posts all of the intimate details of what happened, and like, who they are, and like tries to dox them sometimes and things like that.
Right.
And it's like, and it's kind of like, if you don't want people to talk about this, like, why are you posting more about it? Because it's like this person obviously wants this, whatever this is, to kind of go away and to not be talked about.
Absolutely. So that's
But
the
they're talking
opposite
about it. They're like
of
going
what
out
they
there. They're
want.
talking about it. It's like, shut up. You know, still don't go out there and post more about it. People just don't understand. I mean,
And here's the
you're
thing,
creating a problem.
people give them more of a reward by them doing this because they're actually commenting
Yes.
and posting on it and,
Yeah.
you know, getting in the fight like, oh, we love you, you know, don't back down. Here's the thing, for people who are noticing sad fishing from their friends, either ignore it or write to that person privately
Yes.
and say, hey, I noticed you were posting about this. Let's talk about it.
Yes.
Another thing you can do is you can send them some mental health resources.
Mhm.
Say, hey, there's a good mental health community called 7cups.com. It's volunteer run, and you can talk about whatever concerns you have, and people are going to support you.
Anna Marie over in the live stream says that she went to a concert last night. The opening band was like, raise your hand if you have depression. Yeah, depression, woo, mental health problems. Well, the thing is that we're kind of like with TikTok and Instagram and all these influencers, it's kind of like it's a coveted status. If you're what do they call it, neurodivergent?
Yes, neurodivergent. That's the new term nowadays to say that your brain is different than others.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, these influencers like Kendall Jenner, for example, she talked about her battle with acne and how bad it's been. And you know what she was doing? She was trying to get people to pay for these acne products. It was a
Oh yeah,
sponsorship.
for sure, for sure. Just like my sponsorship with.
It's getting hot in here.
You won't find me sad fishing. No, oh no. This is called happy fishing.
You are gold fishing.
We are gold fishing. How about that? We're going to talk about today's sponsor.
We've got gold. I do have gold coins.
Yes, you do.
I've got gold
You
bars
sweet little Jew.
and silver.
My Jewish redheaded libertarian wife came with a bag of gold and silver.
Did I have this burlap sack that I bought? I'm very proud of them. I actually have a Missouri silver coin too.
We are super excited to be sponsored now by our friends at Lear Capital. Gold actually helped save my career when I was in a tough spot. I listened to Ron Paul. I bought gold coins. I needed the gold coins to sell to be able to move back to New York when I was in Washington, D.C. because I was a poor little broke activist guy. And thankfully, the gold coins that I had bought had increased so much in value that I was able to afford to move back to New York City and go work for Judge Napolitano and do all those exciting things.
Stable currency.
It
Makes you
is.
feel safe.
Absolutely. It's a cornerstone of a portfolio. So if you are interested in buying gold or silver to hedge your bets against inflation, the Federal Reserve, go to our website, learaustin.com. That's LEARAUSTIN, learaustin.com. LEARAUSTIN.com, or you can call my line. That's my exclusive 800 phone number. 1-800-885-2175. When we get back, my brother, Justin Peterson, we're going to talk about, Justin, Family Friday.
How exciting.
Yeah, we're excited. We're going to talk to him about gay marriage. Ooh, boy. All those.
Passionate about that.
Yes, we're going to talk about that when we get back on the Wake Up America show at wakeupAmericaShow.com.
Want an engaging website to boost your business? You're just a click away from 5-star Fiverr talent. Hundreds of freelancer skills like web design. Head to Fiverr.com today and get something started.
American conservatism is distinct, like America is distinct from the United Kingdom. American conservatism's roots comes out of the Wild West, out of pioneerism. The difference between American conservatives and European conservatives is that Americans are cowboys. We are that God, guns, gold, and girls. It's wild here. And we should stay that way. We shouldn't allow a European version of conservatism to come and infect us here. We like it wide open spaces here, deep in the heart of Texas and all that.
Hi, I'm Stephanie, Austin's wife. life. I want to thank you all for watching the Wake Up America show with Austin Peterson. This show has been a huge venture for our family, so we would love it if you could join us.
I believe in liberty, and I believe in Austin's ability to spread the ideas of liberty. Do you?
I want to ask you today to join Peterson's Patriots with a pledge of $17.76 a month. Help us to stay cancel-proof so we can spread the message of limited government across the country. I joined Peterson's Patriots myself, just in a little different way. Visit wakeupAmericaShow.com/support and make your pledge today.
Hey, it's Austin. Thanks for watching and listening to the Wake Up America show. 2022 has been an exciting year for the Peterson household. Steffi and I celebrated our first anniversary, and my new radio program, The Austin Peterson Show, was syndicated in St. Louis just over a month ago. There have been some challenging times, but with the help and support of good friends like you, we've been able to come out even stronger at the end of this year than when we started. I wanted to take a moment to say thank you to the Cantina crew, especially Camelia Peterson, Tolly Owens, Jamie Marie Pope, Chris Morrill, Matt Unruh, Quest Fanning, Elizabeth Fanning Press, Tina Martin Goodrick, John Rail, Jasper Logan, Kathy Jo Loy, Edie Vogel, Grant Sundberg, Anna DePalm, Doug Hill, Andy Opperman, Lyle and Lori Rosberg, John Peterson, John Mashurik, Ava Lavasco, Leslie Scott Russell, Liberty Liss, Pam Ames, Cecilia Harden, Mary Kramer, and dozens more than I could list here. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and may your days be merry and bright with a Happy New Year.
Hello, I'm George. Thank you for watching the Wake Up America show with my dad. Today, I'd like to share with you 3 reasons why you should visit Dad's online store at apforlibertyshop.com. Number 1, you can get exclusive freedom-loving merch designed by AP himself or me mum, Steffi. Liberty Laura has made some designs as well, and blimey, they are great. Number 2, most of these products are so wicked that they aren't even allowed to be advertised on Facebook or Instagram. Modern machine guns and a proper keychain. Plus, our Grover Cleveland t-shirt is so spicy apparently that leftists on Facebook specifically banned it from appearing on the website. Number 3, you're supporting liberty lovers just like you. Spend your money where you earn it, and you help me pups build a community that supports what you believe. Bloody hell, this commercial is running too long. Gotta run. Bye now. Don't forget to visit apforlibertyshop.com. That's apforlibertyshop.com.
Good morning, Rise and Freedom. I'm Austin Peterson. Happy Friday. Thanks so much for tuning in to the Wake Up America show. It's Family Friday. I'm joined in studio live now by my beautiful wife, Stephanie Peterson. Give her a round of applause. And since it's Family Friday, let's add 3 P's. 3P. 1, 2, 3P. This is my brother, Justin Peterson. Good morning, Justin.
Good morning.
Give him a round of applause.
Justin!
Nice to have you here, JP.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for coming on the program today. You had a bone to pick with us about our discussion about the whole sad fishing topic, Justin. you want to weigh in?
Yeah,
on
I'm going to
this?
fight you.
All right, let's hear it.
It's okay.
I'm going to No, I mean, here's the deal. Like I get the arguments, but on the inverse of that is also this idea about toxic positivity, right? So you have this idea about people who are like super happy all the time, and it's like, ugh, that's not real. You're not being real. So they're always like, everything's great, everything's always wonderful. I think sad fishing, I mean, in the way you guys describe it in terms of like for clout, that's obviously an issue. But I also want to like just put out there that we're living in an unprecedented time of loneliness. People are very lonely, and especially around the holidays. This is not a happy time of year for a lot of people. This is actually a very sad time. So, it can be very depressing around the holidays if, for example, your grandparents are gone, your parents are gone, maybe you don't have children. I mean, So I see both sides of the argument, and I do absolutely understand where the argument of like, for clout, that is a problem. But I guess I get
They're
really
incentivized, right? So it's like
yeah.
the thing is with the cloud, it's like you get 7 to 10 more times interaction when you sad fish, when you
Right.
post and we get people posting all kinds of
Yeah.
you see them online and it's just the most trivial crap, Justin.
Right.
It's like
Right.
and which I understand, it's like, people have problems and things like that, but like
Yeah.
there is such a thing as TMI, right? I mean, we're just
Sure,
like
but also look for excuse me. Look for patterns. Right. If this is a person who doesn't do that and all of a sudden they are doing it, like Stephanie said, that's a moment to like reach out and be like, hey, this person usually is posting things of a general tenor that are, upbeat and happy. And if they're like, oh, this is sad, it's like, oh, this is out of character for this person to post something like that. So what's going on? But like,
Absolutely. You have
even
to take it
Eeyore,
seriously at
what's
first
that?
until you have to take it seriously at first
Yeah.
until you realize what that person's motives really are.
Right. I think too, it's like even Eeyore gets to come to the party.
Mhm.
So people aren't by nature, some people are not happy people, and they didn't say to Eeyore, okay, Eeyore, you got to be happy. No, they were like, okay, Eeyore, come along, you can hang out with us.
And that's not what we're saying.
So
We're not saying people have to be happy all the time. I was saying there needs to be a term called happy fishing because some
yeah,
people, like you said, toxic positivity, they're
yeah,
always posting, "Yay me, look at me. I won
right,
this award.
right,
I did this great
look
volunteer
how beautiful my
project."
wife is. Look how
Right.
right.
awesome my life is with
Right.
my new show. And
It sickens
I
people
guess
and
it's
it
like for me, it's
depresses
like
people.
gatekeeping. It's like gatekeeping for me. It's like I'm gonna get to tell you what you can or you can't post, and I just always have a problem
But
with
I
that.
mean, like, one of our favorite skits, Justin, from SNL, Debbie Downer, right? You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
People
But
who
hey,
just they cannot say anything
of
nice
course,
about
but
anything
guess
ever.
what? Debbie got to still go to breakfast at Disneyland with everybody. She was still a part of the party,
Oh God.
So she wasn't maybe the happy one, but it was like, yeah, I don't know.
Okay, if you're just
It's
tuning in to the
complicated.
Wake Up America show with Austin Peterson, it's Family Friday. I've got my lovely wife, Stephanie Peterson, in here in the studio with me right now, as well as my brother, Justin Peterson, who's joining us live on stream. Justin, I brought you on here to talk about late yesterday. The House of Representatives passed a bill. Passed out of the Senate, passed out of the House. We're expecting the President of the United States to sign it. This is the Respect for Marriage Act, and essentially this would protect gay married couples across the United States, protect their legal contracts with one another in such a way as to prevent the states from outlawing it or from interfering with these contracts that are already laid out. Your thoughts on this bill?
I mean, I'm first of all, I'm wondering the necessity of it came about because of Roe v. Wade, is from what I'm understanding, right? The fact that
Yes. So
right.
I'll briefly explain this. Here's the Reader's Digest version. After Roe versus Wade was overturned, Justice Clarence Thomas immediately turned around and said, "Well, Obergefell was wrongly decided as well." And Senator Ted Cruz came out and said essentially the same thing. The conservative movement started, posting online about how they need to, we need to talk about pushing against gay marriage and getting Obergefell overturned. And so there were, the Democrats in Congress alongside 13 Republicans, including Missouri Senator Roy Blunt, banded together to pass this Respect for Marriage Act to prevent something like that from happening.
What does that mean? Is it I mean, obviously, how the government is, right? So they're always like inventing dragons that don't exist, and it's like in order to have a job.
Yeah, no,
So
for sure.
I'm always like, well, okay, so we had ruled that it was unconstitutional, right? Through Obergefell, right? Because they were saying it was based on sex discrimination. So
Right.
it was saying you can't discriminate against the basis of sex, which is what
Yeah.
gay marriage was, right?
The new bill also includes interracial marriage as well
Yeah, I was
as
really interested by that
Mhm.
because I didn't think that was at risk.
All of our rights are always at risk. I
Yeah.
think it's whenever somebody is dismissive and is like, "Oh, nobody's trying to take those rights away." It reminds when the conservatives say that, they're like, "Nobody's trying to stop gay marriage. Nobody's trying to stop interracial marriage." I'm like, "Bullshit." Just how the left says, "Nobody's trying to take your guns. Nobody's trying to take your guns." Absolutely, there
When
are
they say
people.
they're not, they are.
Yeah, when they say
Yeah.
that they're not, they probably are.
Well, I mean, again, it's just the fascination with what people do in the privacy of their own homes. It's like, and how they live their private lives.
Why conservatives are so obsessed with butt sex, I will never understand. But
My other thing is this, like, the idea of gay marriage is a conservative idea.
dude,
It's
that
not a liberal.
makes them so angry when I say that.
Marriage,
Yeah, I said that.
conservative.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I stole that from Christopher Hitchens when I read it in one of his books, where he says that that gay marriage represents, homosexuals becoming more socially conservative and adopting
Correct.
conservative values. When I said that on Timcast like 2 times ago that I was on, I mean, the conservatives lost their minds because they
Right,
can't
because what's the
go ahead.
what's the alternative? You know what the
Mhm,
alternative is polyamory, right?
mhm,
This idea of like we're gonna have 3 and 4 and 5 girlfriends, boyfriends. I mean, queer theory and queer sexuality
mhm.
is not based on marriage and family orientation and stability of a domestic life. It rejects those things
Mhm.
completely, because the whole project has been to deconstruct sexual relationships.
So, what do you think about the institution of gay marriage, Justin? I mean, like it's a relatively new phenomenon in the United States. I don't know about like throughout like, ancient history or the classical history or the West. I mean, pre-Christian history, for all we know, it could have been, fairly common. But I mean, what's your
Right.
opinion on the institution as such as it is, since it does go against, typical queer theory?
Well, I mean, that the idea of it in terms of why it came about was, at
Mhm.
least in my understanding, is that because there were so many legal legal and governmental restrictions that were not able to be passed on to a same-sex partner. So, for example, inheritances or even hospital visitations. That was the thing that always killed me. It's like you could be with someone for 25 years and then go into a hospital and they'd be like, "Are you next of kin? Are you relative?" "No, I'm their partner." "Well, sorry, we can't give you access to this person while they're dying." I mean, like anybody with a heart that has any compassion for human beings could say that's not correct. That's wrong. The thing about marriage on the queer side is that they look at it as heteronormative, right? To be getting gay married, it's like, why would you want to go into a heteronormative gay or straight institution? Um, so I mean, I think, but again, I have many gay friends who are married with children, and they have this, I get Christmas cards, right, for my gay friends with kids, and they're like, "Here's our Christmas card," and I'm like, "This is like a picture of domestic bliss, right?"
Mhm.
So I just don't understand. Like you said, I don't understand well, I do understand it because it's authoritarianism at the end of the
Mm.
day. It's about controlling other people and
Mhm.
telling what they can do and how they can live their lives,
I
which
mean,
is an infringement.
I hear some of these people in recent weeks, praising the views of the Taliban, right? Because of how socially conservative the Taliban are. And I mean, we're essentially talking about the American Taliban. If you're just
Right.
tuning into the Wake Up America show with Austin Peterson, I'm AP. I'm joined in studio by my wife, Stephanie Peterson, and we're speaking to my brother, Justin Peterson. It's Family Friday, so we're having a little bit of a Peterson family gathering. We're talking about the news of the day. Stephanie, before I said anything, you look like you wanted to say something before I.
Yeah, well, what came to mind was a lot of religious people don't believe in gay people
Mm,
Right.
anyway.
right.
They think
Right.
that if you're gay, you can just change your behaviors and
Mhm,
do
Correct.
conversion therapy.
mhm.
So it's like they're in denial anyway.
Right, right.
So
I
why
mean,
would they believe in marriage between same-sex partners?
Well,
Because
and
they don't
why
even
would you
believe in
want
gay
people that
people.
don't share your religious beliefs to believe the way you do? I'm so
Right.
sick of this. I'm so effing, it makes me want to literally rage quit life.
explain.
Well, I'm on a diet, so you can't have donuts. Like, why does my life affect your diet?
That makes complete
Eat
sense.
all the vegetables you want to, live in your garden and your, ecological happiness. Leave me alone. Stop trying to make me live according to the strictures of your religious beliefs. Your own religion doesn't agree with itself.
Right.
Why don't the Baptists believe what the Lutherans believe, what the Episcopalians believe, what the such and such believe?
Well, maybe that's what we
Show
need to
me
do is
some
we need
unity
to.
in your Christian beliefs, and then I'll listen to what you have to say.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
don't get me started.
oh, dude, we're getting you started, baby. It's a great this is great stuff. I think it's
This
really
is triggering stuff.
absolutely, absolutely. So here's the thing, Justin, and I'm going to segue topics just a little bit, but I think one of the reasons why, unfortunately, the battle for marriage equality is now so challenging is because so many of the people who espouse what you call queer theory are out there making your community
Right.
look bad, look very
Correct.
bad. As a matter of
Bad
fact,
actors.
bad
Mhm.
actors. So we're
Mhm.
seeing. So for example, this video, which I haven't had a chance to play just yet this morning, from Veritas Project. Did you have a chance to watch this? This dean of students at this private school in
Yeah,
Chicago.
it
I
really,
haven't seen
yeah.
it.
You
I
watched it?
try to limit because it makes me sad fish.
Mhm. Yeah, 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 yeah.
That's good. That's a
Yeah.
good coping skill. Try not to look at negative things when you are feeling sad.
Well,
Look
but
at
Ah!
more positive
here's
things.
the thing. I'll just explain it to you because I don't want to get demonetized on YouTube just yet. Maybe I will anyway. But the a dean of students at a private school in Chicago is talking about them passing around sex toys to minors and teaching them how to use them, bringing in drag
Oh, wow.
queens.
That's sex education now?
That's sex education now in a private school in Chicago. And, he's talking about like, how he has a drag queen sitting there and they're teaching them the difference between spitting on it and lube and all that stuff. And, we'll leave those. That's as far as we'll go with the explanations of this. But Justin, things like that don't make it easy for people like myself who are deeply embedded in the conservative movement as a sort of like, libertarian plant. It makes my life a hell of a lot harder fighting for marriage equality when things like that are happening.
Oh, 1000%. It makes it hard to be, when people see you and then they, again, because of how this is all shaking out, then they what's the word I'm looking for? They sort of have a heuristic, right? Where they see you and they go, oh, you're a such and such identity marker. So then you must be like everyone else.
Right.
You must be, your immutable characteristics make you exactly who you are. The issue that the way they were framing that argument was that they said, well, the kids are going to see stuff online that's, they're just going to see it online. Well, they're also going to see beheadings online, but we don't do beheadings in school.
That's where parents need to step in and actually monitor their child's online activity.
Yeah, conservatives do not apply the same standards to violence that they do to sexuality. One of our new friends over in the live stream, her name is Hikaru. She is. Yeah, Hikaru, she's one of our, she's transgender. She's openly transgender. She was making some comments about how she loves hearing voices like Justin's on this topic because, it's nice to hear some people who are actually, I guess, level-headed, middle of the road on this, because frequently we always only hear from the radicals of any side, right? But I mean, when you see like that Veritas Project report, when you see videos like that, that makes me that's when I start to, to side with the conservatives, because I'm like, hey, listen, these kinds of things. I've always been someone who believes that the rights of children and the rights of adults are separate. That there's some overlap, but that children's rights are essentially held in escrow by either parents or the government until they reach the age of attainment. But leftists and some libertarians keep trying to push the envelope at a lower and lower age of consent. And my argument for that is because they are attempting to cover up for their beliefs and their desires that would see them put in prison if they were acted upon. Justin, I mean, we're talking about predators, and I don't understand why the left seems so intent on protecting predators, because I think the natural inclination is to believe that it's because they're predators themselves.
I think it has to do with pushing this Overton window, because it's this idea of what's acceptable, right? And that's always how the left works. The ratchet only moves in one direction, right? So the right is never, sorry y'all, it's never in a active mode. It's always in a reactive mode to what the left is doing. They are never acting on their own. They're always reacting to something that the left is pulling us, and the right is just going, oh no, this way. So they're never in thesis. They're always in antithesis, right? If we're looking at the Hegelian dialectic, it's always the left pushing, and then everyone going, what are you doing? I mean, if you told me, 20 years ago, I'd been in a gay bar in Lawrence, Kansas, or Kansas City or Iowa, and I saw children in the gay bar, I would have been like, what? Why the hell are there children in this gay bar? What the hell are there children
That shouldn't be allowed.
And now it's like normal, because that's how it works. Like you push something, and then the immediate thing to do is push it to the very far extreme, and then accuse the people who say no to it as being bigoted, racist, homophobic, transphobic, whatever, so that they're immediately labeled as, well, you're just this. You're just this. And
People just send the message the wrong way. It's just like libertarians. They're like, hey, join us, and then you see like stoners on camera doing podcasts. And then people are like, no, I don't want to be part of that. But that's not really what libertarianism is.
No, for sure. Quite literally, like the one of the reasons that I like set up my show the way that this is that like I'm openly a libertarian, right? Philosophically a libertarian, but you're not going to see me doing drugs on camera. Very rarely do I swear, which I did a little bit earlier on this program. But I mean, it's, I've got my button for a reason. Right?
You're giving a good name to the libertarians.
I want to try and make us look good to the community, because there are a lot of them who are making us look bad. And PR is real. If you have a political viewpoint and things like that, you should want your absolute best ambassadors to be the ones who are going out there. But what's unfortunate is that it seems as if like the absolute worst of the ambassadors of each philosophy are the ones who rise to the top and are put out there as representatives.
Well, let me come back to this idea about gay marriage. Insofar as what you're saying, the gay marriage thing happened really largely because the presentation, let's say in media, changed. In other words, like, you get a show like Will and Grace on TV, which shows gay people as being funny every day, your next door neighbor. And when someone is not as funny and you like to watch them on TV and whatever, it softens your sort of opinion of somebody. And you go, oh, well, they're just like me. They're just like who I am.
Forming emotional connections with these people you see.
And what's going on today is not about emotional connection. It's about disassociation with the other, calling someone names, giving them, that doesn't build bridges. That doesn't build connection. In other words, how can I be your ally if you call me names? How can I be your ally in your fight for whatever it is that you're fighting for if you're calling me, a cis-het white male? I'm not going to be on your side. I'm not going to be on your side.
If you're just tuning into the Wake Up America show with Austin Peterson, you can send us a text message for free at 573-319-1586. Alternatively, if you'd like to have a message sent to the show that you'd like read on air, you can send us a super chat, and that is a way to make a small donation to the program and to help us to build and thrive and to get support. And it's you can do it over there on YouTube. If this is your first time watching the show this morning, do me a favor. Make sure that you click like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell notification icon so that you can get a notification whenever we go live. Right now, I'm joined in studio by my wife, Stephanie Peterson, who's here with me, as well as my brother, Justin Peterson, who's live with us on camera from Boston. Justin, so just to kind of put a bow on this this topic here, we talked about the institution of gay marriage, and we talked about the groomers online, and we've discussed a little bit about sad fishing online. Give us your thoughts, just overall. Where do you see like the LGBT movement headed? Will there be eventually a split of the movement from people who are who will actively oppose the kinds of things that we're seeing in this grooming that's going on? Or do you think that the LGBT movement, because of the threat that comes from conservatism, do you see it staying in solidarity despite all of the, I guess, immoral, hedonistic behavior that's going on at this time?
I don't think it's sustainable. When I look at the future, I don't think it's sustainable for the entire community to stay as coalesced as it is. I mean, when I think about what's going on here in Boston, our Pride Parade was literally canceled. Like, they don't do it anymore because of the infighting. I mean,
Wow.
you and I both know that intersectionality eventually eats everything. It's like a snake eating its tail. Eventually, it eats everything and it consumes everything. So I do not believe that these ideologies are generative. I don't believe that anything that these ideas do generate things. I think they aim to destroy and to dismantle and to disrupt. Those are not generative ideas. So I can't imagine that it will be a future focused success story when it comes to the unification of this community. I don't even like to use the word community because it somehow indicates that we all agree or we're all the same. There's only one thing that unites gay people. I'll let your imagination run wild. And that's about it, right? We come from different religious backgrounds. There are gay Christians, there are Muslim Christians, there are gay
Muslims.
Yeah, gay Muslims, there's gay, there's gay conservatives, there's gay libertarians, we're not a monolith. We're not a monolith. And I think that this sort of what I'm coming to be seen as called force teaming. I don't know if you've heard that expression yet, where you bring forced teamed with a group of people. And it's like, well, you're just in this group. And it's like, no, I'm not. Like I didn't sign up for this.
Force teaming.
It's like putting all redheads together. It's like all we have in common is that we have red hair.
Yeah, exactly.
When I hear force teaming, I think that's some kind of like sex act.
Well, but like there's gay lumberjacks. Okay, this idea that we're all the same, that we're all mincing queens, and that we're all like going to Judy Garland concerts and making out in the bathroom.
Justin, you go to Judy Garland. Don't be talking about yourself there, Judy Garland fan.
Gotta work in a little bit. Gotta work in a little bit. No,
if they brought Judy Garland back in AI form or whatever, some hologram, you'd go to that concert.
We all would go see her.
Where's the lie? I mean, and you would probably go too, Austin. So shut up.
Drag me along to something like that. All right, Justin Peterson, my brother, all the way from Boston. We love it. We can't wait to see you soon here, brother.
Love you.
Family Friday. Let's make it a thing.
Family
I love
Friday.
it.
Let's make it a thing. If you want to do that on the stream, make sure that you give us a like and comment. Say yes to Family Friday. We'd love to hear from that. Justin, about an hour, a little bit less than from an hour from now. Stephanie and I are going to do a gift exchange on the show around 8:30 a.m., 9:30 your time. So definitely come back and watch it because I think it's going to be fun.
Well, I got to go do my workout now because I gotta stay buff so I can stay hot.
That's right. Self-care.
Okay, brother.
Ah!
All right. Don't force team me. I'll see you a little bit later. Love you, brother.
Love you too. Bye.
Bye. We'll be back with more of the Wake Up America Show at wakeupAmericaShow.com.
Were you exposed to hazardous materials while serving in the military and have an illness or condition as a result?
If so, you may be eligible for VA benefits and services.
Whether you need health care or want to file a disability compensation claim related to military exposures, VA is here to help.
Visit va.gov/military-exposures to learn more and apply today.
If there wasn't going to be somebody who was a fiery champion of liberty, somebody who would get out there and who would be aggressive, and if they wouldn't do it with more fire or passion than I had, then I would go and I would fight this battle for us. I've fought for the principles that we all share. Parties tend to be secondary to me. We're here because we believe in the principles of liberty. I am not a perfect messenger, but I think I'm a damn good one. This is a replica of our first president's flintlock pistol. You have my full support, my respect, and my gun. Thank you, Ben.
Had enough yet? Do facts no longer matter? Are lies to be encouraged instead of punished? This is not our inheritance. If truth no longer matters, we will not remain free for long. This is our generation's challenge, to defend our founders' hope that we the people could self-govern if we defend our right to get the facts. And right now, we're building the only defense of free people have, the facts on every politician, every position they held, every statement they've made, every vote they've made, and any cash they've taken. It's the real history on those now pandering for your vote. There are hundreds of young people building our defense right now, and they need your help. We all have our passions, but as our ancestors knew, when events become so foul they threaten us all, we must stand and defend each other. Please, have our backs. Join us at votesmart.org.
What would happen if I had to pick up the phone, call 911 for one of my family members or one of my neighbors? What would I do if no one was on the other end to respond? What if there was no 911? So you can be a part of the solution.
Anybody can be a firefighter. Male, female, younger, older.
We have school teachers. We have leaders in business.
Is me, you, anyone that wants to be. There is no typical firefighter.
We wish you a freedom Christmas. We wish you a freedom Christmas. We wish you a freedom Christmas and a liberty New Year. Socialists and commies may try to convince you that the holiday's all about free stuff. But let's be honest, we all know whose wallet Santa's gifts are coming out of. There ain't no such thing as a free stocking. Santa is the only guy with a big white beard promising free stuff that we want anything to do with this holiday. And if you don't believe, you don't receive. It's a capitalist, consumerist holiday, and it's time for a Santa-sized stimulus. Get your free market merch at the AP for Liberty shop today and stuff your socialist sisters' stockings full of capitalist cheer. Ho, 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 ho!
morning. It's 8:02. You're watching and listening to the Wake Up America Show with Austin Peterson at wakeupAmericaShow.com. Nice to have you here. Thanks so much for joining us. You can send us a text to the show for free at 573-319-1586. We're joined in studio by my lovely wife, Stephanie Peterson. It's Family Friday here. Glad to have you in studio, Stephanie. Nice to see you. Are you enjoying yourself so far?
I really love it. Yeah, I definitely want to make this a regular thing.
So we just announced that Stephanie is going to start coming in on Fridays. So we're gonna have I'm gonna have a little co-host on Fridays. We're gonna make it Family Fridays, and if we can get Justin in, or Jody, or Mario, or Dad, or pretty much any of the Petersons.
We are open to anyone. Kelvin, George.
Oh yeah, I guess our pups. They are Petersons. They carry our name. Well, all right. So it's the last hour of the program, and I thought that we would kind of switch topics and talk a little bit about some of the breakthroughs of the year. Because usually, whenever you you get to the end of the year, it's always fun to kind of like do a retrospective and talk about some of the great things that happened. Certainly this year for us, I guess, Stephanie, we should start with us in our lives. We can look back on what's happened here in 2022. I started the year as a radio host, and then I wasn't a radio host for a little while, and then I was a podcaster, and now I'm a podcaster and a radio host again.
What a transformation.
It's been a wild year. 2022 has been wild.
It really has. Yeah, I'm thinking back. Okay, what did we do?
Well, we got scuba certified.
We did. That was terrifying, challenging.
Yeah.
We went to Key Largo and Key West.
And then we went scuba diving and
we actually went scuba diving.
Yes, that was
fun. We went
fun.
on a cruise this year too with your family.
That's right. We went on a cruise with the family.
That was super fun.
Vacation.
That's
that
where I
was nice.
snorkeled for the very first time.
Yeah, because you wanted to see.
That's what got me into scuba diving.
Yeah, remember how like when you were snorkeling, because you were really nervous about the snorkeling.
I was.
Or being out in the ocean and stuff like that.
I was like, why do people do this to themselves? Because it was so cold.
But then you got out there, and then what did we see below us?
We saw scuba divers, and they looked really chill and happy.
Yeah,
I felt safe.
I feel like scuba diving is just so much more relaxing because you actually have an air source, versus like your snorkel, which can get totally like filled with water and all that.
Right.
Crap.
That's why I got that special one with the filter where it doesn't let water in if you go underwater.
Yeah.
But before I didn't have that.
Yeah. So for us, it's been a crazy year. So we started out, I was doing the Wake Up, not the Wake Up America show. I was doing the KWOS morning show in Jefferson City. And then that job ended, and then I started up. Basically, it was like I had 6 weeks to put together the Wake Up America show. You were doing commercials, right? I produced all the commercials, all of the logos, like absolutely everything. Like there's no team here,
No,
other than
it's
me.
just you.
It's all me creating absolutely everything.
And me just trying to help you with odds and ends.
Yeah, little odds and ends here. And then we started the AP for Liberty shop.
We did. That was like a year ago.
Yeah.
We started that when you first went to Freedom Fest, I remember.
Yeah. That's
because we were starting to sell our Buddhas at the table, and we were like, "Oh, this could be something." And then I was like, "Hey, we need to put this online." But the trouble was, we couldn't find a place where we could put the merch on that wouldn't be shut down.
I know, yeah.
They didn't like that we were trying to sell gun keychains,
which you can see. Of course, I've got it pulled up right now. The little shop. You can see that little M16 keychain that I have down there in the bottom right hand corner of the screen, and Facebook won't let me advertise that. But I can't, if I have it in the show here like this, then they have no idea really. I mean, but I can't. But the thing was it was hard to find a shop that would carry my products. So we eventually found Shopify. We started the AP for Liberty shop, and oh my God, how many Buddhas do you think we've sold this year, Stephanie?
We sold a lot. There were times where, oh my gosh, I literally had boxes and boxes. I had to put them in these recycling bags.
Yes.
I was just carrying them into the post office. It was intense for a while.
Yeah, and now we still I like the killdozers that we sell are they take a lot of work. I saw we sold one last night. So
I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, so the funny thing is about the killdozers is that they take a lot of time and work to put together to make those things, and a lot of different parts and a lot of time in printing. So eventually I started raising the price so that we wouldn't sell them as many because I just couldn't keep up with the orders. So
supply and demand.
Supply
this is
and demand.
Economics at work.
So I'm thinking about raising the price again just because people keep buying them, and it's just so much of an effort
valuation
of time.
if they're willing to pay.
Yeah, but thankfully, thanks to our gold sponsor and thanks to the generosity of our supporters and people who've been buying, they bought a bunch of t-shirts as well. T-shirts are easy, right? The 3D printed stuff is hard, but thanks to the generosity of our supporters, I'm looking at pulling the trigger on hiring an employee in January. So So hopefully we'll have a little bit of support. But they're gonna
That's
have
exciting.
well, they're gonna have to, yeah, whoever it is gonna have to be special because,
We
3D
need to be neurodivergent.
probably something like that. Right. So, anyways, you can send a text message to the show this morning at 573-319-1586. Poor Ann Henry says she hasn't been on vacation in 10 years. Oh, you got to have vacations. You got
You
to
need a
even a
vacation.
even a staycation, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Do something nice for yourself, like a couple of days you take off like on Thursday and Friday, do like a 3-day vacation, just like, there's a lot of nice places in Missouri we like to go to, during the summer especially, like
Absolutely, just a day trip.
go down to the river and things like that. Had to step away. That is exciting to hear, says Cecilia. Yeah, so definitely check out the AP for Liberty shop if you haven't already. Um, you can order whatever you want, but the easiest stuff that gets out the fastest is always the apparel, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Anything, if it's a keychain,
It's a
that's no
keychain, I
problem.
get that out same day, next day.
No problem. But if it's Killdozer, it takes a few days to make it and to ship it out
Mhm.
and stuff like that. So, anyways, Chris Morrill says he won one of the T-shirts. It's a major award. Oh yeah, we never announced it, but we did do the gift giveaway for our
That's
donors.
right, because we do gift giveaways for all of our monthly subscribers.
So anybody who is a monthly subscriber to the Wake Up America show is automatically entered into the monthly prize drawing. Last month in November, Chris Morrill was the winner, and so he got to choose from any shirt that he wanted. He chose the one, "Am I Being Detained?"
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Good choice.
Yeah, good choice. So, if you are a monthly donor, and I'm including in people who are the monthly donors on the YouTube channel as well.
Perfect. I was wondering about that, how we're going to start to handle that.
Yeah, so everybody who is a monthly donor is automatically entered in the prize drawing. So if you are subscribed to the YouTube channel, because there's two ways to be a monthly donor. You can subscribe to the YouTube channel here, which is $2.99 a month for like the Freedom Ninja support level.
Okay.
You get exclusive emojis on the live stream that you can use. Like, let's see if I can. I'm gonna go use one right now. Pew pew. Do the little gun emoji.
They're so cute.
Yeah, there's also like a little helicopter. If you type in :choppa and then :, yeah, there you go. See, it pops up. It doesn't show it in the live chat on the stream, unfortunately, but you can see it on YouTube. But you do get entered into those prize drawings.
We
Alternative,
sent out Christmas cards, holiday cards to all the subscribers already.
yeah, subscribers. If you're a monthly subscriber, at a certain level, I don't think the $2.99 level didn't get Christmas
Right.
cards, but
Probably $5 and above.
yeah, pretty much $5 and above. Then you get like the yearly Christmas card put on a Christmas card list. You get a 20% discount on the AP for Liberty shop. All
right.
kinds of benefits and things like that. So it's not just like, hey, what am I getting for my money? You do get like actual value. You get, if you join the Peterson's Patriots program, for example, you get a free keychain sent to you.
Yes,
You
a
get
Tommy gun.
a Tommy gun. So you get free stuff when you sign up. And the way to do like the monthly sponsorship that's a little bit higher levels, where you get all the perks, is to go to wakeupamerica.show.com/support. And so those people are like our elite VIPs.
You can do a one-time donation if you want to give us a little Christmas gift.
Yeah, things like that, because this is how we earn our money and how we
It really
grow now.
is.
So since we're here now, I mean, I know we're going to talk about the best of 2022, but I thought people would like to see, because I was watching like YouTube videos about how to make a better live stream and how to get more people interactive.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
people like to see what their money's being spent on.
Yeah, I used to love to watch the behind the scenes. That would
Yes.
make me fangirl.
Yeah. So we're gonna do a little bit of a backstage. I want you guys to see what you guys' money is being spent on. So you can be
We're
like,
real people.
yeah, we are real people. So check this out. I'm gonna go to my second thing here. So as you can see, looky there. That's how I control the show right there. That's my little setup. I did buy that laptop as part of the money that was being spent. But you can see right here, this Shure SM7B microphone is like a extremely high quality microphone that is used by professional. I think
Yeah, we watch so many YouTube videos and people are all using it.
yeah, so it's high quality. It's directional in such a way so as it prevents. So Stephanie is sitting over here. You can see her over there.
This is a new microphone too.
Yeah, so
that you got.
yeah, I'll talk about that one here in just a second. But the Shure SM7B is a super high quality microphone that I'm able to prevent. So when Stephanie is talking, we don't want her voice to go into my microphone, and so this was really useful for that. I was able to get a nice little little swinging arm right here that comes through and makes it a lot nicer for me to be able to move my microphone around. I was able to purchase this beautiful stream deck, as you can see down here. This is how I control the scenes for the show. Let me see if I can kind of pull this around and you can see it a little better. Move that around. So over here, you can check this out, right? So watch this. This is how I control my scenes. go through all my scenes. Let me go ahead and transition over to the live chat so you guys can see each other's chat a little bit better. But over here, so whenever we go to the gold scene, for example, when it's time for me to talk about selling my Lear Capital products over here, but let's say like our beautiful sound. So whenever the crowd cheers, we got a little SpongeBob meme right there. Now see, look, can you guys make sure you're talking to the microphone?
SpongeBob's means
SpongeBob means cheer. We've got a little cheer
okay.
there. But then we've got, so you can actually see Greta Thunberg saying,
How dare you!
right there. And you've got, see this little girl jiggling her boobies? It's a good one. And then this is a big fan favorite. You got actual Rick Astley down there. And then you can see Michael Scott from The Office.
No, God! No!
No, God, no. So that's something we were able to purchase with the donations. And then you can see over here, this is
that beautiful thing.
This is the Bad Mama Jamma. So this was the recent upgrade I was able to make thanks to your generous donations. This is called the Rodecaster Pro 2. And with this, I am able to accomplish so much. We can have all kinds of fun with the Rodecaster Pro 2.
So cool.
Not only
do I talk like that too?
Go ahead. Changing. Yes. Stephanie's voice is changing. Yeah.
Let's see what Stephanie sounds like as a robot. Yeah, so we make the show more fun, and it allows me to have kind of a master control of all the audio sources. The audio for a show like this is a bitch. I mean, it is an absolute nightmare trying to get the audio set up on this program because it's just so complicated. So we've added new microphones. Stephanie's got a nice new microphone over there. You can kind of see it as well. So we were able to up the quality of the microphones.
Sounds smooth.
Yeah, and I wonder, I just thought you guys should know that that's kind of what we're doing with the program. We're increasing, the value that we add to you by making it more entertaining, making it more fun, and just, in general, making wise decisions and, investments. But so yeah, so I thought you guys would appreciate, seeing kind of like what we're doing with the money that you guys are sending to us.
Yeah, and you're always trying to get the best price. I mean, you're on eBay.
Oh yeah.
Bidding, setting alarms so that you remember to bid on something.
Yes, so I am like an Ebenezer Scrooge when it comes to saving money on these things. I never pay it full price, right? So like the two microphones that you just saw, I got like an incredible deal on those through eBay by like I set alarms on my phone so that it's like, 5 minutes before the auction ends so that I can get the absolute best price.
Yeah,
And
that's a really good life hack. I never knew people do that before.
So the Rodecaster Pro 2, this audio setup, is like it's normally like $700 retail, but I got it for $600.
Wow.
And it was new. So I got it new, $600 because somebody had one that they were selling for less than retail. I found a coupon online for eBay. I do
There's
like
coupons on eBay?
So it's this app. So do you guys want a little hack?
Yes.
So I'm going to show you guys something that I don't know if I can pull up my computer screen or not. Let's see if I can do this. Okay. You know what? I'm going to do this for you guys. I'm going to show you guys how to save a frick ton of money online. Okay. So you're probably going to see some like, information, some behind the scenes stuff here, but I'm going to go ahead and take you guys. Let's see.
Favorite DMs.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and let's go over to my Twitter scene. I'm just going to go ahead and add it there. Window capture. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Boom. All right. So let me transition to that scene. So watch this. You guys are going to love this. This is going to save you a lot of money. Whenever you're searching, for example, on Amazon, let's say these are our bones, right? So this is what we buy for our dogs. Oh no, not my order history. Don't look at that.
Greenies?
No, hold on. Let's see. Okay, so here's an item on the internet. Okay, so boom. So check this out. So this loads here. Now here's the little secret tool. This is by Capital One. Now see this little green thing right underneath here where it says best price, and it has that S, right? So this is called the Capital One shopping app. You don't have to have a Capital One credit card to do this, but you can install this app. It's basically a browser install. And what it does is it allows you, it immediately and automatically searches the internet for the best price for whatever the item is that you're looking at. So for example, this camera, which is another thing that I bought for the live stream. This camera, this Zoom camera, right? So it's searching right now for the best price. Look at this. Save $52. That's insane. Look at that. So $300 on Amazon. Amazon is not always the best price, right? So this is
I know for normal items, like for example, I was getting makeup remover, and like Amazon has it for really expensive compared to just normal grocery stores. So you do have to watch what you get on Amazon.
Yeah, this is crazy good. So if I wanted to save $52 on that, you'd click on it, boom, and then it's going to take you over here and show you view on eBay and use coupon, right? So it's like these automatic coupons. I saved $100 on my Rodecaster Pro 2 by doing that. So it was wicked, wicked good. Capital One plugin. If you don't have to have like the credit card or anything like that. So anyways, just a nice way for you to save money. And like, again, I'm always very thrifty with how I add to the shop. So anyways, so we got to go to commercial break, Stephanie. When we continue, we're gonna continue to talk about the best of. We're gonna talk about some of the biggest scientific breakthroughs of
So cool to hear
2022.
about.
And then at 8:30, you and I are gonna do a gift exchange. Yes, we're gonna do a little Christmas gift exchange. Very good stuff. We'll be back with more on the Wake Up America Show at wakeupamericashow.com.
Want an engaging website to boost your business? You're just a click away from 5-star Fiverr talent. Hundreds of freelancer skills like web design. Head to Fiverr.com today and get something started.
American conservatism is distinct, like America is distinct from the United Kingdom. American conservatism's roots comes out of the Wild West, out of pioneerism. The difference between American conservatives and European conservatives is that Americans are cowboys. We are that God, guns, gold, and girls. It's wild here. And we should stay that way. We shouldn't allow a European version of conservatism to come and infect us here. We like it wide open spaces here, deep in the heart of Texas and all that.
Hi, I'm Stephanie, Austin's wife. I want to thank you all for watching the Wake Up America Show with Austin Peterson. This show has been a huge venture for our family, so we would love it if you could join us.
I believe in liberty, and I believe in Austin's ability to spread the ideas of liberty. Do you?
I want to ask you today to join Peterson's Patriots with a pledge of $17.76 a month. Help us to stay cancel-proof so we can spread the message of limited government across the country. I joined Peterson's Patriots myself, just in a little different way. Visit wakeupamericashow.com/support and make your pledge today.
Hey, it's Austin. Thanks for watching and listening to the Wake Up America Show. 2022 has been an exciting year for the Peterson household. Stephanie and I celebrated our first anniversary, and my new radio program, The Austin Peterson Show, was syndicated in St. Louis just over a month ago. There have been some challenging times, but with the help and support of good friends like you, we've been able to come out even stronger at the end of this year than when we started. I wanted to take a moment to say thank you to the Cantina crew, especially Camelia Peterson, Tolly Owens, Jamie Marie Pope, Chris Morrill, Matt Unruh, Quest Fanning, Elizabeth Fanning Press, Tina Martin Goodrick, John Rail, Jasper Logan, Kathy Jo Loy, Edie Vogel, Grant Sundberg, Anna DePalm, Doug Hill, Andy Opperman, Lyle and Lori Rosberg, John Peterson, John Mashurik, Ava Lavasco, Leslie Scott Russell, Liberty Liss, Pam Ames, Cecilia Harden, Mary Kramer, and dozens more than I could list here. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and may your days be merry and bright with a Happy New Year.
Hello, I'm George. Thank you for watching the Wake Up America Show with my dad. Today, I'd like to share with you 3 reasons why you should visit Dad's online store at apforlibertyshop.com. LibertyShop.com. Number 1. You can get exclusive freedom-loving merch designed by AP himself or me mum, Steffi. Liberty Laura has made some designs as well, and blimey, they are great! Number 2. Most of these products are so wicked that they aren't even allowed to be advertised on Facebook or Instagram. Modern machine guns and a proper keychain. Plus, our Grover Cleveland t-shirt is so spicy apparently that leftists on Facebook specifically banned it from appearing on the website. Number 3. You're supporting liberty lovers just like you. Spend your money where you earn it, and you help me pups build a community that supports what you believe. Bloody hell! This commercial is running too long. Gotta run. Bye now. Don't forget to visit apforlibertyshop.com. That's apforlibertyshop.com.
Morning, Rise and Freedom. It's 8:23. You're watching and listening to the Wake Up America Show with Austin Peterson at wakeupAmericaShow.com. Joining me in studio for Family Friday, my lovely wife, Stephanie Peterson.
Hello.
How are we feeling so far today? Good.
Snack bar. These breaks are really short.
They are short, yes, but we still lose a lot of people when commercials come up, so they can't.
Don't leave.
Yes, don't leave during the commercials. I make them as fun and interesting as possible so that you can stick around. But we need these people are like, well, why you gotta do some commercials? We don't have to do that on other podcasts. It's like, well, when you're live, I need to go use the bathroom.
Exactly. We're human. We're not robots.
Yes, we're not human. We're human. We're not robots. We need to be able to kind of like refresh. Also, whenever I get like a guest on video, I have to set up their shot in the screen, see how they look and sound before we bring them in.
Exactly.
So I can't do that while I'm live. I need to.
Look at those long podcasts like Joe Rogan. Does he take breaks, I wonder?
So I don't know if I've only ever watched maybe 2 or 3 episodes like all the way through, but I didn't notice him getting up and using the bathroom or anything like that, so I'm not entirely sure.
You gotta hold it. And Tim Pool, I don't think he really takes breaks, but he has a whole panel of people.
He has a whole panel of people.
Talking the whole time.
There is a restroom, and I'll tell you, the last time I was on Tim Pool, I had to pee so bad, like halfway through.
I used their bathroom.
Yeah, I know. So it's an issue, but this is a way for me to kind of be able to go to the bathroom, get a drink of water, and get the guest into the studio. So I basically produce this show like I used to produce television, right? Same kind of way. Anyways, all right, so let's talk about the best of 2022, all right? You can send us a text today at 573-319-1586. Alternatively, we'd love to see a super chat, make a small donation to the program to help us stay in business, keep the lights on here, and you can do that by doing a super chat over on YouTube. If you're watching us on YouTube today, make sure that you like the stream and subscribe to the channel, as well as hit that bell notification icon. All right, so the big technology advancements of the year. Generative AI eruption is what The Atlantic says. The story of the year in technology might be the emergence of AI tools that seem to trace the outer bounds of human creativity. Image generating apps like Stable Diffusion and DALL-E turn text prompts into lush illustrations. Language models like ChatGPT can answer complex questions, spit out bespoke Wikipedia articles in seconds, write song lyrics, and even conjure admittedly mediocre essays in the styles of well-known writers. So
that is very useful.
And we actually used AI for the picture for this show. Actually,
we did. Yeah, I was trying to find an app to cartoonize my face, and it was actually pretty easy to do.
Yeah, so we were kind of like struggling like at the last minute to try and before the show to put the picture of us together. Let's see if I can pull it up of the stream. You may have seen it, you may have not when you clicked on it to come in here. Let's see if I can pull it up here real quick so that the stream can check this out. So YouTube thumbnails. This is the YouTube thumbnails, what they call it here. Working on
the best thumbnails.
You like my thumbnails?
I do.
That's my lovely wife here supporting me there. All right, there we go. Yeah, I'm gonna pull it up on the stream. Okay, we'll transition to this. Check this out. So we used AI this morning over there. Check this out. Twittergate 3, return of the Shadowbanned, and then that 2 that's down there underneath it was actually a mistake. It said tune, but I actually kind of like it. Return of the Shadowbanned 2 is kind of silly.
First, I'm like, what's that? And I'm like, oh, it works.
It actually does work. It was a happy little accident right there. Twittergate 3, return of the Shadowbanned. But we used AI art to make the one on the left, and then the middle one, Stephanie did like a tune. We didn't have enough time to make you look Star Wars-ish, but it works. And then there's Elon Musk over there who's been cartoonized.
I
So.
know some people are weary about sending in their photos to these apps because they're like, oh, the people in China are going to see it and they're going to steal all my information. I mean, maybe that's the case, but
Yeah, but you know what? At this point in time, like I live my life in public, so it's like
exactly.
pretty much
It's
everything is
just
out there.
part of the gig.
Yeah, part of the gig. Anyways, all right. So, other things that really made the best of 2022, the power of reversing death, kind of.
Yeah.
Organs revived in dead pigs. Is death reversible? Writes the Atlantic. It was this year for several pigs, or at least for their organs, by pumping an experimental substance into the veins and arteries of animals that had been lying deceased for an hour. Yale researchers got their hearts to start beating again. They say the technology is far away from use in humans. In the short term, scientists said they hope their research could preserve the organs of the recently deceased for use in transplants. But the longer term implications of the experiment can't be ignored. If we have the power to reanimate the heart or other organs of the recently deceased, at what point might we be able to reverse sudden deaths? Could we revive soldiers who bleed out on the battlefield? Could we stock hospitals and nursing homes with buckets of the stuff to resuscitate patients? Should every future American household keep some on hand in the event of a terrible accident?
Right, like Narcan, if somebody ODs or something. It's like,
Right.
what is the substance? I feel like
Right.
they need to tell us what the substance is. Maybe they don't want us to know so that
Well,
we don't use it.
probably,
It's
right?
bleach.
So the questions kind of thrust us into the ethical realm and invoke references to like the monkey's paw, Pet Cemetery, or any other stories about us trying to design an escape hatch from mortality. But as this technology improves, that debate's on the way. But for millions of people who've lost loved ones to a heart attack or a stroke, then it's not dystopian to imagine an injection that could reverse tragedies that were long considered irreversible. Somebody drowns, right? Say, imagine you have a toddler that accidentally falls into the pool, right? And that toddler has been dead for an hour, right? And you could inject them with this substance, get their heart going again. I mean, how many parents? Because like when you die from drowning or stuff like that, sometimes like you're only minutes away
Oh,
from saving
exactly.
somebody's life. What are your thoughts on this one? I'd love to hear from you on that. Send us a text at 573-319-1586. That's 573-319-1586. Somebody says, Hikaru said, this is how the zombie apocalypse begins.
Right. I was thinking last night how this could be used for more negative reasons. So reviving people who are bad people.
Yep. Another of the best of 22 in terms of technology, a snapshot of the beginning of time. In July, NASA's James Webb Telescope sent back its first images of ancient light from across the universe. With unprecedented clarity, the telescope showed off brilliant nebula that resembled glowing neon soap bubbles and red clay mountain ranges, luminescent shrimp in a pitch black ocean. One image, which looked like a blurry destemmed cherry, captured a red blot of light more than 13 billion years old, giving us the oldest ever snapshot of the infant universe. Because when you're looking into the universe deep enough, you're not just looking back in reality, you're looking back in
Right.
time.
Yes. Like they
Right.
say there's images of Thomas Jefferson floating out there.
Well, they've sent those transmissions out into space, right? But astronomers they haven't apparently even cranked this Webb telescope up as far as it can go just yet. So with every deep observation, every big rewind, the telescope will reveal us closer and closer to the Big Bang, revealing faint galaxy after galaxy.
The secret.
I know it's history's greatest time machine, and it was unveiled this year. Very exciting stuff. Somebody Justin said Reanimator juice. Yes, that's what that is. You've never seen that movie Reanimator. Stephanie doesn't like the horror films, so we haven't gone through like all the horror.
Good. Some are kind of funny.
Reanimator
I
is
like
is
it.
It is great. It's a psychological horror.
I like psychological horrors.
Reanimator is more of a gore horror,
Ah.
which I love those old movies, the old gore horrors, but they're not for everybody. What about you? What do you think? Do you like gore horror films? All right, it's time, Stephanie. We're gonna do our gift exchange when we get back. All right, we're gonna take a little commercial break, and then when we get back, we're gonna do a very exciting Christmas gift exchange. Since it's Family Friday, you get to enjoy that. Are you excited?
I'm excited. I get nervous when I get gifts too because I'm like, oh my gosh, what is it?
Well, when we get back, we are going to do a little gift exchange. Stephanie's nervous. Are you nervous? Are you excited? No, I've been really excited about this for a long time. So we're gonna, I got this gift for you. God, I mean, I can't even remember when I got it.
Wow.
It's been a while, so
Oh my gosh.
yeah. Let's talk about that when we get back on the Wake Up America Show at wakeupamerica.show.com.
Were you exposed to hazardous materials while serving in the military and have an illness or condition as a result?
If so,
Hello, my name is Kelvin. Welcome to Frenchy Bush. This is my Diddy's website.
Were you exposed to hazardous materials while serving in the military and have an illness or condition as a result?
if so, you may be eligible for VA benefits and services.
Whether you need health care or want to file a disability compensation claim related to military exposures, VA is here to help.
Visit va.gov/military-exposures to learn more and apply today.
If there wasn't going to be somebody who was a fiery champion of liberty, somebody who would get out there and who would be aggressive, and if they wouldn't do it with more fire or passion than I had, then I would go and I would fight this battle for us. I've fought for the principles that we all share. Parties tend to be secondary to me. We're here because we believe in the principles of liberty. I am not a perfect messenger, but I think I'm a damn good one. This is a replica of our first president's flintlock pistol. You have my full support, my respect, and my gun. Thank you, God.
Had enough yet? Do facts no longer matter? Are lies to be encouraged instead of punished? This is not our inheritance. If truth no longer matters, we will not remain free for long. This is our generation's challenge, to defend our founders' hope that we the people could self-govern if we defend our right to get the facts. And right now, we're building the only defense of free people have, the facts on every politician, every position they held, every statement they've made, every vote they've made, and any cash they've taken. It's the real history on those now pandering for your vote. There are hundreds of young people building our defense right now, and they need your help. We all have our passions, but as our ancestors knew, when events become so foul they threaten us all, we must stand and defend each other. Please, have our backs. Join us at votesmart.org.
What would happen if I had to pick up the phone, call 911 for one of my family members or one of my neighbors? What would I do if no one was on the other end to respond? What if there was no 911? So you can be a part of the solution.
Anybody can be a firefighter. Male, female, younger, older.
We have school teachers. We have leaders in business.
Is me, you, anyone that wants to be. There is no typical firefighter.
We wish you a freedom Christmas. We wish you a freedom Christmas. We wish you a freedom Christmas and a liberty New Year. Socialists and commies may try to convince you that the holiday's all about free stuff. But let's be honest, we all know whose wallet Santa's gifts are coming out of. There ain't no such thing as a free stocking. Santa is the only guy with a big white beard promising free stuff that we want anything to do with this holiday. And if you don't believe, you don't receive. It's a capitalist, consumerist holiday, and it's time for a Santa-sized stimulus. Get your free market merch at the AP for Liberty shop today and stuff your socialist sisters' stockings full of capitalist cheer. Ho, 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 ho!
morning, rise and freedom. Happy Friday. I'm Austin Peterson. You're watching and listening to the Wake Up America show at wakeupAmericaShow.com. I'm joined in studio this lovely day by my wife, Stephanie Peterson. Hi, Stephanie.
Hello.
Glad to have you here, Stephanie. We're kind of doing a new family thing. So I guess you're going to kind of be my co-host on Fridays. Yeah.
My schedule every Friday.
Very excited. So every Friday, we're going to start having Stephanie being my co-host on the show. And we're going to make it a family Friday. And we'll talk about, family stuff and, mental health stuff because, you're a therapist and
Topics I know more about.
Topics that she knows more about and things like that. Of course, whenever there's big, exciting, breaking news and things like that, Steffi can respond to that as well. But since it's Friday and since it's the holidays, we're going to start to lighten up the topics and things like that. And, we had to talk about Twittergate, of course, because that was a huge story.
Mhm.
And because I'm like sort of tangentially involved in it. But now I thought that we should do something like sweet and kind and loving and warm and show people just, how much we care about each other. So we're going to do a little bit of a gift exchange. Are you excited for this, Stephanie?
I am.
I'm excited
Love language is gift giving.
Gift giving, yes.
People love gifts.
Yeah, so Stephanie has one of my Christmas presents here that she's excited to share with me. And I'm going to open it up here on the stream. Go ahead and move that microphone so you can kind of...
I actually asked about this particular gift on Twitter and asked for people's input on it.
Really? And I didn't even see that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
You probably didn't realize why I was asking.
I have no idea. Okay, so hold on now.
Oh gosh, did I tie it too tight?
Maybe. Hold on.
Oh boy.
There we go. There we go. This is the fun stuff. I love to get gifts. Oh, here we go. Open it up. We got that beautiful gift bag that came in. Hold on here. Let's get it open. If we can do it. Alrighty, let's get a little. Come on, give us a little bit of applause here. Get it open, Austin.
Woo! You can do it!
You can do it. Give me some applause. All right. Almost got it. Almost got it.
Oh gosh, I really tied that tight.
Yeah, you really did. So
Ooh.
we're working on it. We're working on it right now. The
It's
audience.
like those grandmothers that like put tape all over the present paper, and you
There
can
we
barely get it open.
There we go. Okay, we ready? Here it is. Oh yes. My pillow. Nice. Now, why did you decide to get me a My Pillow, Stephanie? You want to explain?
I mean, I don't know if any of you have struggled with finding the right pillow, but my husband has very much.
Ugh.
I tried the purple pillow. We've tried Serta pillows.
Yes.
We've tried every single TJ Maxx pillow that is available on the shelves.
Mm-hmm.
We have probably at least 15 to 20 pillows in our household, in our closets, because none of them are good enough. They've
Mhm.
all worn out.
Right.
So I'm trying My Pillow.
I go through like a pillow a week, it almost feels like.
You do. And so My Pillow, people recommended it on Twitter.
There it is.
So I'm like, okay, let's give it a try.
Because
Here's
like
My Pillow.
I hate all my pillows always. I'm always like my pillows get destroyed after like 1 week. And I don't know why, but I think like I like push my head down into my pillow really, really hard or something like that. I do have an enormous cranium as well.
Yeah,
but
I mean, you're really smart. And so your brain is probably bigger naturally.
yeah, the audience really thinks that's funny. All right. So so thank you for my pillow,
You're
Stephanie. I can't
welcome.
wait to sleep on that tonight.
I thought you might need it, especially because you're not feeling
That's
too well.
great.
So just to help you rest.
Yes, thank you. All right. So Stephanie, are you ready for your gift?
Yes.
Okay, let's
Gosh, I
give-
don't know what it is. Are you going to like propose to me or something?
No, that's already been done. All right, Stephanie, come on. Like, so you're gonna have to lean over here and grab your gift. You're gonna have to read that out loud to the audience. So go ahead and open that up.
I heard.
Yeah, there you go.
There we go. Now I'm in the microphone.
The
So it
best
says
gifts coming.
Stephanie.
Okay, Stephanie on there.
You and I, we really like to treasure people's handwriting.
Yes.
That's a part of them.
You
We
got
touch
to get
that.
it up a little closer to the camera because I don't think they can see it. There we go.
That's Austin's handwriting.
Yes. All right, nice. Okay, Stephanie. So go ahead and open up your gift. This is her Christmas gift from me. A lonely Jew on Christmas. People are always like, "Why do you guys celebrate Christmas? You're not Christians." I'm like, because we like to party.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Look at the beautiful card. Show them the card.
All right.
Let's see there. What do we got there?
It's like a Japanese style card.
Beautiful little Japanese card there. We can see what is that on the top left of
Oh.
the card there.
Oh, cherry blossoms.
That was pretty nice.
Cherry blossoms.
All right, go ahead and read the card out loud.
Oh my gosh, now my heart's pounding.
Here we go. It's very
Oh
exciting.
my gosh.
Mhm.
Okay. So it says os.
Os. What does that mean?
It's like yes.
Or yeah.
Like you're agreeing.
Yeah, it's like os. It's like a karate term.
Okay. My darling, sweet, smoking hot, redheaded libertarian wife. You have been so good to me in our relationship. Your kindness and care for my daily needs is something I never thought I could ever receive. And the fact you have taken an interest in my hobbies and passions like karate has blown me away. So let's go train together where it began in Japan. Your gift is 2 tickets to Japan. Oh my God. Let's go in spring and see the cherry blossoms. I love you, Austin. Oh my God. We've been wanting to go to Japan for a really long time. Thank you.
You're welcome. So we're going to Japan in the spring, and we're gonna see the cherry blossoms. Isn't that nice?
It's amazing. Wow. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we
So
wanted to do that for our honeymoon, but it was just like too much all at once.
too
So
much. We didn't have the money.
yeah.
But just kind of a little bit of a background. So people are probably like, "Hey, is that where our donations are going?" Actually, no. So here's what happened that allowed us to afford this year. About 4 or 5 months ago, Facebook started this program, as they called their bonus program. And I don't know why they included me in this program, because they hate me and they usually like suppress me. And now like I'm still eligible for it, but they've basically suppressed me from being able to like
Yeah.
post on Facebook now, so I basically don't do it. But Facebook for like 2 or 3 months allowed me to participate in this bonus program, and it was, essentially drive as much traffic to Facebook as possible, because they've been kind of floundering
Mhm.
trying to like grow traffic on Facebook. So I was like able to build up a significant chunk of cash by posting memes on
Mhm.
Liberty Viral and on my Austin Peterson Facebook page. So, and I had to fight with them for months to actually
I
pay me.
know. I watched you. It was very
It was like
frustrating.
every other day I was, because they were
Mhm.
like, some problem with your payout account, some problem with your tax form and all this stuff. So I'm like fighting with them. I'm fighting with them. Finally, last month, they decided to pay me out. And so I could now afford to take Stephanie to Japan.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's like I don't normally cry for things. The last time I actually cried for a gift was when my mom got me a hamster.
Hmm. So right. So the thing is about like Japan too, is that we wanted to go, but because of COVID, it was closed. The whole country was
I
closed.
know, and they just opened up in October.
They just opened up.
Yeah.
So now we're going to sit down. So I haven't actually bought the tickets yet, but
Yeah.
we're going to do it together. We
That's so
we we
cool.
might need to get like a travel agent or something like that to help us,
Right.
because so what is it we want to do when we get to Japan, Stephanie? What are on our must?
We want to eat a lot of
Eat a
food,
lot of
definitely
sushi,
try out a lot of
a
ramen,
lot of ramen,
sushi.
sushi, and all the food. I want to drink a lot of sake, but also
Oh, I want bubble tea. Maybe they'll
She
have
wants
bubble
I'm
tea.
sure they'll have bubble tea.
And we want to see cherry
We're gonna see cherry
blossoms
blossoms.
and hopefully train karate. We actually have that sensei that we took a class with in
And
Japan over
Yusuke, yeah,
Zoom,
yes,
and maybe we could link up with him. Maybe he could give us a class or
yeah. I'm gonna
something.
call some of my dojos from New
Mhm.
York and things like that in DC, and ask them about like if there's any dojos that they recommend. So we're gonna go to the birthplace of karate. We're gonna train karate in Japan. Go take a
Wow, this is
class.
so hard to believe.
Yeah.
I can't even believe it. It's like I really wanted to go, but I
Hmm.
didn't know if it was really going to happen.
Yeah, it's happening. So in
Wow.
spring, most likely end of March, early April is when the cherry blossoms are blooming
Yep.
there in Tokyo. So we'll go to Tokyo, of course.
Mhm.
We'll try to hit Kyoto, which is where like a lot of the temples are.
Yeah.
And we probably won't be able to get to Okinawa just
Oh
because
yeah, that's hard.
it's like another like it's either like a 2-day ferry or another flight,
Mhm.
which might be too cost prohibitive. We'll see. But my dream would be to go to Okinawa to go and to take karate there where it originated. But doing it in Tokyo is just fine.
Okinawa dojos are actually more welcoming for
They tend to be,
newbies.
yeah. But Gichin Funakoshi, who was like the founder of Shotokan Karate, which is what you and I do, and Kyokushin, have schools in Tokyo and that are famous schools, because the originator of karate, who's from Okinawa, moved to Tokyo and set up dojos there. So the Shotokan dojo was in Tokyo. So we're going to do that. But you know what else I'm really excited about, Stephanie? And I've
Huh.
been like wanting to talk to you about it so much lately, but I didn't want to give it away. The Yasukuni Shrine.
Uh-huh.
So the Yasukuni Shrine was that shrine that I've told you about, which is it has the
Yes.
war museum in it.
Yes.
And it has like the names of the war dead from like World War II and all this kind of stuff. It's just
Yeah,
very
so we'll do some historical tourism.
historical tourism, cherry blossoms, sake. We're gonna go to karaoke.
Yeah, they have really cute karaoke clubs where you sit
Karaoke.
at a table and in a private room.
Yeah, well, we'll see if we can do it because we want to link up with the Japanese people.
Okay.
So we'll try and less private, more
We'll be putting up peace signs.
peace signs. Yes, doki doki. Arigatou gozaimasu. So what are we gonna have to do? We're gonna have to brush up on our Japanese.
Wow, yes. We were practicing that a little bit many months ago.
Yeah. Do you remember any of it? Boru.
Oh, yes. Meatboru.
Mito boru is
Is
meatball.
And then was there Shin? Or
Shinbun
Shinbun.
was newspaper.
Yes.
Yes.
They're such random words, but some of them sound a lot like English.
Yeah, a lot. Like half of Japanese language is like
Umimasen.
Sumimasen, which is excuse me.
Yes.
Sumimasen ga. And domo arigatou gozaimashita is like the most formal way to say thank you very much.
Yes, well, for the gift, arigato gozaimashita.
Arigatou gozaimashita. Yeah. So we got one more segment to go.
Wow.
It could be anything. Just open up the chat to you. Anything you guys want to talk about, send
I
us
guess
over
I
there in
was
the
just
chat.
sad fishing. I was just crying on camera.
Yes. Hikaru must know what we're talking about. Kyokushin Masutatsu Oyama. That's right.
Hikaru, are you in Japan?
Yeah, Hikaru, are you Japanese? You gotta hear a little bit more about that. We'll be back. Ichi, ni, san, shi.
Wow, this is great. This is great.
We'll be back in. We'll be back with more on the Wake Up America show at wakeupamericashow.com.
Hello, my name is Kelvin. Welcome to Frenchy Bush. This is my Didi's website. Now I've decided to speak to you with my real voice for the first time ever to tell you about how cool Frenchy Bush is. But I've decided that this is the perfect opportunity to share with you. Frenchy Bush is a good website. You should follow us on socials. If you like Frenchies or any kind of bulldogs, me and my new brother George are going to try to make your life more fun.
Hello, I'm George. My neck isn't really thick yet, but it will be. We are so glad you're here. Please ignore my floating eyeball. It helps me spot predators who might be approaching from the sides.
Didi made Frenchy bullshit to review things that he uses on me and my brother to tell you if it's good or bullshit. Take this collar, for example. Didi really likes it. Didi said it's really handy because us Frenchies got thick necks, need something really tough. People think Frenchies are little, but if you look at us from below, you can see we are really pretty buff. Beefcake, yes. Look at my creamy thighs and chest. Yes, you like that?
Big brother, please focus.
Frenchy Bush. Please follow us for more great content and read the Frenchy Bush blog for more fun and cool stuff.
I'm a public defender.
I am a public defender.
I'm proud to be a public defender.
80% of Americans accused of a crime will get appointed a public defender.
Everybody from a speeding ticket to capital murder.
For every dollar we spend on public defenders, we spend $3 on prosecutors.
Public defenders have to do pretty much everything on their own.
Social workers, counselors.
Investigating is another piece of it.
The average public defender holds 300 cases annually.
You never feel like there's enough time.
Public defenders have health issues all the time.
A lot of people give up and say, I can't do this work anymore.
Gideon's Promise trains, mentors, and supports public defenders.
There are a lot of people who say that they would not still be public defenders, but for Gideon's Promise.
It's fueled me to continue on in this fight.
Gideon's Promise has changed the face of public defense.
People see us as troublemakers.
Good trouble only.
We don't make it easy. It should not be easy to take away someone's liberty.
Ever hear the one about the frog?
Put a frog in a pot of boiling water and it'll jump right out.
Here's my resume again.
But put a frog in a pot of cool water and slowly heat it up, and that frog will boil. It's a lie. But as a metaphor for us and all that we go through as veterans,
Any real-world experience.
it's a story that rings true. We make excuses for how we feel. We push everything down. We tell ourselves the lie that it's easier to stay in that boiling water, to disconnect. And some days, maybe it is. But you've never been interested in easy. Make no mistake, reaching out is hard. Do it anyway. You're not alone. You've got this. You are not a frog.
Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Good morning, it's 8:53. Happy Friday. It's time to rise in freedom. I'm Austin Peterson. You're watching and listening to the Wake Up America show at wakeupAmericaShow.com. It's Family Friday, so we're joined in studio by my lovely wife, Stephanie Peterson. Stephanie, very excited.
My gosh, I got the best news of my life. We're going on a trip to Japan.
And you know, the cool thing about the Japan trip, we've been talking about it for quite some time. We didn't know if we're going to be able to afford it or work into our schedule.
We're so fantasizing about it.
Yeah. You know, because we built a dojo in our house. We've been doing karate, for the last 2 years. You're at like intermediate level now, right? So like kind of halfway to your black belt. And, we really just think we love the culture and the...
We do. I mean, a lot of the rooms in our house have Japanese inspiration.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. And my first contact with Japanese culture was actually Christmas when I was a little boy with my grandmother, who had like exchange students who lived with her. It was part of like a Christian group or something like that went through like my grandma's church. And the very first time I ever had contact with Japanese culture was when I was a little boy at Christmas when Sachiko and Kachiko, they were twin sisters, twin Japanese sisters, Sachiko and Kachiko, stayed with my grandmother at my grandmother's house and went to school here in the United States. And they brought me and all my cousins these little Japanese toys and candies.
Mm-hmm.
And so we were like, we just loved it. And they taught us how to speak some Japanese, right? They taught us how to say domo arigato gozaimasu. Right. And like, they were beautiful. These two twin Japanese girls had kimonos and things, and they put their hair up and they dressed in like their absolute best for Christmas with us and things like that. And it was just so exciting. And I remember that point in time, I started getting interested in Japanese culture. And then, of course, the Nintendo Entertainment System came out.
Mm-hmm.
And I got really interested in Japanese culture because I loved Nintendo. And, video games have always been kind of a lifelong passion. I never got into anime.
Right. I know a lot of people really like anime.
Anime was not was Ripley's Ray J's World literally just asked the question. Now I'm wondering if Austin is a fan of anime. No, I'm sorry. I never got into anime. It was funny too because when I was telling my friend Allison the other day, the one that's in Hawaii in the Space Force, I was like, that we're going to go to Japan. She's like, thank God you're going to Japan because of your martial arts traditions and not because of anime or something stupid like that. And she was like,
going to Comic-Con or anything.
no,
like that.
no. I'm not making fun of people who do anime, but like, it's if you like anime, it's whatever. It's everybody that has their own form of entertainment, but I just never got into it.
Right.
But I've just always I'm a history buff. That's why I got into Japan. I mean, yeah, I love video games and martial arts, but for me, what I want to learn about, I want to like go to the war shrines, and I want to go see, the parts of I mean, God, it would be awesome to see, some of the islands of Japan where there were battles, like Okinawa.
Absolutely.
One of the reasons I'd love to see Okinawa is because of the massive battle that happened there, right? So it's
Watch that Pacific show. And
Yeah.
a lot of things probably happened in that area, I would
Yeah.
imagine.
Yeah, in Okinawa. So one of the bloodiest battles of the entire war was Okinawa near the end.
No, it's funny because I've actually been to Japan before.
Ah, yes.
I've been to China with
Mhm.
my family
Mhm.
when I was 17,
Mhm.
but we had a layover in Japan. Our plane was very late, and so we got one night comped where we stayed in a hotel,
Mhm.
and all I saw were bonsai trees.
The Hikaru says the one person who will go to Japan and avoid Akibara. Remember the suicide forest?
Oh, yes. I
So
don't know if I'd
I
want to
don't think
go there.
we're not going to go there. But we're gonna go see Mount Fuji, right? Well,
Yes.
absolutely, we'll go see Mount Fuji, but we're not going to go traipse around the suicide forest or anything like that. But is it Akibara? Or is it Aokigara? I can't remember.
Sure.
Yeah. So Dustin says Steffi likes anime? Question mark? No, I don't think so.
No, I don't.
Not a
I've
big.
watched some anime movies with an old friend I had. There was one that I thought was cute. It was like with this little girl, and there was like this huge, almost like a castle.
Probably Sailor Moon or something like that. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I forget the name of it, but
Ray J's World says Japanese cars are cool too. I love Honda. Yeah, a lot of Japanese cars here in the United States. All right, well, it's the end of the show. I guess it was fun. Happy
it
Friday. Yeah,
was.
I'm on the mend. My voice is starting to return very slowly, but thankfully I got some steroids yesterday, so I should be feeling a lot
Yes.
better. Yeah, so time to say goodbye.
Wow. Well, thank you so much. Oh my gosh, what a surprise.
Yeah, very exciting. Stephanie, you're going to join me for my afternoon radio show?
I will.
Yes, so 2 p.m. Monday through Fridays, the Austin Peterson Show on the Real Talk Radio Network. You can download that app on your mobile device. Make sure that you download that app, and at 2 p.m. Central Time, whatever, adjust that for whatever your time zone is. Tune in. Another hour of AP content here. We'll be back Monday on the Wake Up America show. Steffi, love you. Appreciate you very much.
Thank you. Have a great weekend.
We'll see you back on the show again next Friday.
That's right.
I guess we'll see you there. See you tomorrow. Bye, guys. Or Monday. Or today at 2 p.m. You're just getting AP all over the place. Have a good one. Thanks so much for tuning in, for being a part of our family on Family Friday. The Wake Up America show at wakeupAmericaShow.com.
I like shooting things, but whenever I can't shoot something, I like to cut things. My life isn't all about shooting and stabbing and cutting, though. Sometimes I have to do actual work, but when I work, I still like to have fun. And there's nothing less fun than trying to cut with a crappy knife. Thankfully, from the ancient sect of Christian knights, who also loved cutting and stabbing, comes a new implement that has received my personal blessing, the Templar knife. Like the ancient sword of Excalibur, you don't choose a Templar knife, it chooses you. You just decide what kind you want on the website first, however, and then order it online, and then it chooses you. The Templar knife comes in a variety of shapes. As a man of culture and taste, I have decided I will never use a terrible knife again. And thanks to the inspiration provided by this excellent product, I have decided to launch a new crusade against anyone using less than superior knives. Join me, brothers and sisters, by visiting uppercuttactical.com/pages/Templar-knives. That's a lot of slashes. For that, you'll need a Templar knife. For 10% off, use code AP for Liberty and join me in a quest for glory, for liberty, for Christendom, for the Templar knife. Get yours today.
Fire.
Your printing company stinks. They charge you too much money and they don't love America enough. We've got the solution. Patriot Printing USA. Whether you're running for office, saving souls, or just need business cards that will get you the new job you've been looking for, Patriot Printing USA has got you covered with the best prices around. Palm cards, brochures, bumper stickers, door hangers, you name it, we've got it. PatriotPrintingUSA.com. That's PatriotPrintingUSA.com.
Want an engaging website to boost your business? You're just a click away from 5-star Fiverr talent. Hundreds of freelancer skills like web design. Head to Fiverr.com today and get something started.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
I would remind you that extremism in the defense of liberty is no vice.
It is better to settle these matters in the courts than on the streets, and new laws are needed at every level. But law alone cannot make men see right.